Good evening, and welcome to News Extreme. I'm Linda Caleb, bringing you a significant development in the ongoing conflict in Eastern Europe. In a pivotal step toward de-escalation, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced today that Ukraine has accepted a 30-day ceasefire proposal put forth by the United States following intense diplomatic talks in Saudi Arabia. The agreement, if honored by Russia, would cover all battlefronts, air, sea, and land. Speaking after the high-level discussions, President Zelensky stated, "Ukraine accepts this proposal. We consider it positive and are ready to take this step. Now, the United States must convince Russia to do the same." According to the agreement, the ceasefire will commence immediately upon Moscow's formal acceptance. In response to Ukraine's decision, Washington has pledged to lift the pause on intelligence sharing and resume security assistance to Kyiv. A joint U.S.-Ukraine statement emphasized that Kyiv is willing to move forward with a temporary truce, extendable upon mutual agreement, but only if Russia reciprocates. Furthermore, both nations reached an agreement to accelerate a rare minerals trade deal, a move aimed at strengthening Ukraine's economic stability and bolstering its security in the long run. The talks, held in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, lasted over 8 hours, and were described as constructive by Ukrainian officials. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz led the American delegation. Rubio stated that Washington sought further clarity on Kyiv's stance and potential concessions Ukraine might consider to advance the peace process. However, Ukrainian officials remained firm that any ceasefire must come with strong Western security guarantees to prevent further Russian aggression. Meanwhile, the issue of security guarantees continues to be a contentious point between Washington and Kyiv. While Ukraine's Western allies have largely supported its calls for solid defense assurances, the Trump administration has been reluctant to make any concrete commitments. Speaking before the European Parliament, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen stressed the need for filling gaps in Ukraine's military supplies and reinforce its defenses. While the diplomatic negotiations were underway, tensions flared as Russia claimed to have intercepted a massive Ukrainian drone attack overnight. Moscow's defense ministry reported downing 337 drones, with 91 targeting the capital region. Local reports indicated at least 3 fatalities and 6 injuries as a result of the strikes. The meeting in Jeddah marked the first direct engagement between Ukrainian and American officials since the temporary pause in U.S. military aid following a tense encounter between President Donald Trump and President Zelensky. That incident cast a shadow over U.S.-Ukraine relations, but today's developments signal an attempt to repair diplomatic ties and chart a potential course toward peace. The path to ending this devastating war remains uncertain, with Russian forces occupying nearly 20% of Ukrainian territory. There are growing concerns over whether the Kremlin will honor any agreement that does not align with its expansionist ambitions. As the world watches and waits, the question remains, will Russia agree to this ceasefire, or will the conflict continue unabated? For now, all eyes turn to Moscow. That concludes our special report. Stay tuned to News Extreme for the latest updates on this developing story. I'm Linda Caleb. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more breaking news.